All right, welcome back. So the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas today disclosed 3 trips that he accepted from the billionaire Republican donor Harlan Crow last year. Now, that is according to updated financial disclosure filings that were just made public. This after the justice did not publicly reveal them. Scott, there was a lot of pressure on Clarence Thomas when several reports came out basically saying his billionaire friends were flying him all over the world, all over the country, and putting him up for free. Did he have no choice to do what he did by starting to disclose this?
He had no choice. He said that the judicial rules changed. I haven't found those rule changes. But the real issue here with this story is, do you want someone with a lifetime appointment on the Supreme Court who's a Republican nominee being flown around the country with rich Republican contributors? The optics are awful.
You would say the same for Democrat and Democrat, though, right?
I would as well, for both of them. The optics is awful on this, but more importantly, you can't track where Crow's interests are when cases come to the Supreme Court, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And why would he want to bring scrutiny on the court as well as himself by taking these trips?
Zach Schoenfeld wrote about this today in The Hill. Zach, come on in. Where does everything stand right now with these disclosures and Clarence Thomas? It almost felt inevitable he had to say something, right?
Absolutely. This was the first annual disclosure that we got from Clarence Thomas after he's come under a tremendous amount of public scrutiny in the wake of those ProPublica reports. So certainly he knew that there were going to be a lot more eyes on this financial disclosure than in years past. But today he did disclose 3 trips paid for by Harlan Crow. But in Clarence Thomas's view, he is simply following new guidance that was updated earlier this year. The federal judiciary policy-making arm, a few weeks before that ProPublica story came out, had clarified what is a long-standing exception to these disclosure rules. It's known as the personal hospitality exception, and the federal judiciary's policy-making arm in March had clarified that to make clear that it does not apply to trips on private jets or any other travel, as well as stays at commercial properties. So Justice Thomas says that he is now simply disclosing these trips under the new guidance.
Hey, Zach, the bigger story here, you could say, is how do you police these Supreme Court justices, right? Because they're essentially saying, we can take these trips, we can go wherever we want, we can do whatever we want to do. Here was Samuel Alito earlier this summer, quote, "I know this is a controversial view, but I'm willing to say it. No provision in the Constitution gives them the authority to regulate the Supreme Court, period." Alito talking about Congress. How do you police the Supreme Court here if they say, you know what, we get the robe and we're above all?
Well, right now on Capitol Hill, things are really at a stalemate. Democrats have been pushing for months for a Supreme Court ethics bill, but Republicans have made clear they have no interest in going along with that. They have portrayed this as a way to tear down the Supreme Court's conservative majority. And with no action coming out of Capitol Hill, it really is left up to the 9 justices to decide their own ethics standards. And Chief Justice John Roberts, someone who cares a lot about the legitimacy of the court, so far it appears has been unable to get all 8 of his colleagues to come to some sort of agreement. We know that the justices have been discussing these ethics issues behind closed doors, but as of now, they still haven't been able to produce a binding code of ethics for them. So certainly it is leaving to them to police amongst themselves until this stalemate on Capitol Hill can get resolved.
Zach Schoenfeld from The Hill. Zach, thank you. Appreciate it. Cassie, you know, you see all these reports around Clarence Thomas. And then you see what Samuel Alito says, which is basically like, Congress can't touch us. Like, how do you make sure that you don't get elevated to the Supreme Court and you basically can do whatever you want?
And then you run I don't know that Justice Alito's comments were really helpful to Clarence Thomas's argument today, who I think was saying, all right, you clarified the statement and I'll send out a clarification on these things. Because I do think the underlying question is, are there issues of conflicts of interest that come before the court? And that's really what you want to get at for any of the justices, for any case that comes before them. And these help to shed light on that. And you hope all of the justices will subscribe to that transparency.
And we've seen this. This is a problem. It's a problem on the liberal side. I mean,
it's a problem on both sides, yes.
But Justice Sotomayor took over $1 million, book deal with Penguin House, actually did not recuse herself from cases involving Penguin House.
And that's why
Justice Ginsburg took $1 million donation from a billionaire. We don't know what happened to that money.
And that's why I asked the bigger question, because it's on both sides.
But let's be clear. The reason we need ethics is not for some partisan advantage. It is to build Americans' trust, faith, and confidence in the Supreme Court. Because if they don't think it's a legitimate court, they're going to start ignoring the rulings, and so will Congress, and then our system of law and order falls apart.
All right, so
if they don't do it, though, why don't they want to do it?
They should want to do it because it bolsters their credibility.
The integrity of the court, the legal system.
They should do it internally, so Congress doesn't have to step in.
Right. Otherwise, they're above the law. They're operating above the law.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.